back to Airsoft GITV. I'm here with Bob the Axeman Hildebrand. As you may have noticed, we just rolled over 100,000 subscribers on our YouTube channel recently, so I thought we'd put together something special for GITV. Take it away, Bob.
Yes, we did. We put together a list of 10 videos, basically viewer favorites and some of our staff favorites, and we think you'll like. It's quite a best of.
Best of. Top 10 Airsoft GITV moments coming your way right now.
GITV is brought to you by KWA, G&G Armament, Operation Lion Claws, Palco Sports, ICS, and Javelin Airsoft Gunworks.
Number 10.
Alright, so number 10 on our countdown is the Socom Gear Barrett version 2 video. Now, the take where we actually showed on the review was like the 4th or 5th take because I had a hard time getting through that one scene where I was talking about the recoil system. See, on the version 1 Barrett, let me explain this to you about, didn't have the springs in there, but they put it in the version 2 to make it more realistic. So as I was filming, I was explaining that, and when I saw the frame of myself doing that, it just, I started cracking up and I couldn't get through that. See, there it is right there again. So yeah, the one that you actually saw in the review took quite a few takes to get through.
Number 9.
Number 9 is the very first time we actually filmed a Tech City action video. Now, this is pre-Bob the Axeman Hildebrand status right here. What happened was I was sending GI employees who were playing at Tech City a lot with cameras, but they weren't coming back with anything worth putting on GITV. So I went myself with my friend David, which was really fortunate because David's pretty darn good at Airsoft.
He's a Marine, basically.
He is a Marine, and he's been playing for quite a while, and he's very familiar with Tech City. So when I put the camera on him, I was able to film from above and get 2 really good perspectives. And unlike you, Bob, David doesn't die very often.
Well, just because I like respawn games.
Well, you know, you take a lot of risks with your axe kills, which makes it very fun to watch, but you very rarely can string together like a lot of axe kills, which David's able to string together a lot of kills before dying at once, and so...
I believe I had a video just about 3 weeks ago where I got 4 in a row.
Yeah, it's very rare to happen, though. Like this, you get awesome action footage where David just like sprays that guy right across the face. It's a great way to end that video.
Number 8.
Alright, number 8 is the Ghost versus the Noob video. Now, Jackie, who is the noob in this video, is kind of a GITV fan favorite. You've seen him in a couple of GITV videos, and obviously we're playing off the Ghost character from
Modern Warfare,
Call of Duty. Funny thing about this video is I didn't tell Jackie I was going to shoot him, so
no. When
you see those BB holes appear across his cardboard vest, those are actually Jackie getting hit. Fortunately, that gun doesn't shoot real hard, only about 370 or so.
Oh, good lord. Okay.
At that range, it's kind of hard, but we actually ended up selling that vest for like $10, I think.
It's actually $20.
Was it?
Yeah, it's $20.
Wow, $20 for that vest. Piece of GITV memorabilia, though. It's a 1 of 1. That's right.
Number 7.
Alright, so this is probably my favorite Nerf kill of last year. Aaron and I were actually talking about how we could sneak up on someone and quietly Nerf kill him like I'm doing right there. And it's actually also one of the first games I took out my Nerf hatchet. And I basically just came up right behind him out of some cover and put it right against his neck and shushed him down to the ground.
It's really funny that we had 3 different perspectives of this kill.
Yeah, that was really lucky.
Your first person point of view, Aaron, the guy who's getting killed point of view, and Chris was above taking the 3rd person point of view. So it's very well documented. Silent kill for you, Bob.
Yeah, I was pretty happy. I went on and finished the game. It was pretty awesome. It's a good place to play.
Inside Interactive is a great place to play.
Yeah.
Number 6.
Alright, number 6. One of my personal favorites, because I get to use my car, was the Yodawg. I heard you like M3s in your M3 on my M3 with your M3.
I think you might have screwed that up.
Yeah, but basically, I got into a little bit of trouble with the higher-ups for doing that video because of safety. I guess they didn't really trust my driving abilities, which we all know is not really the issue. But basically, something funny that happened after this video is that Airsoft GI CJ had a meeting with Deputy Joe LaMonaco right after we filmed this, and so I just got done doing some donuts, shooting an airsoft gun out of the top of my sunroof, and then Deputy Joe LaMonaco comes by, and I'm like,
now that was an unloaded gun, just to make sure.
It was completely unloaded, and you know I'm confident in my driving ability. I knew I wasn't gonna hit anything, but like I thought someone called the cops on me, and I was like, damn it, I don't want to get in trouble for this.
But I think he came in, and he was like, Tim, I need to talk to you.
Well, no, he was actually asking for CJ. He was actually asking for CJ in a very like abrupt manner. So I was like, at first I was like, oh good, he's not looking for me. I was like, crap, what's gonna happen to CJ? But great video. It was a really collaborative effort between Brandon and I to kind of put that thing together. So I'm glad we were able to get that one out because that was a really fun thing to film.
It was pretty fun to watch.
One thing that I do want to address though is a lot of people have been asking how I got the M3 scope on the gun. This gun has some sling mounts right here, and I was able to zip tie. You know, duct tape and zip tie is your best friend.
Mostly duct tape, but zip ties everywhere.
Zip ties was actually the best form to keep the method of attachment hidden.
Yeah, I'm sure that's sighted in real good. Real
Indeed, indeed. Yodawg. Heard you like M3s.
Number 5.
Alright, number 5 is another video, really old one that's one of my personal favorites. Because of the bloopers, actually. This video, I think, was like 6 or 7 minutes long. And like the last minute or 2 minutes of the video was just bloopers because I was blooping so much.
Just blooped all over the place.
Yeah, we're talking about the KWA MP7. Yes, this is the gun right here, actually. I was test firing the gun for the video and firing it on full auto because it's going to fire so fast. And the magazine got extremely cold. You can see the condensation building up on the magazine. It was ridiculously cold. So I went on a little rant, I guess.
Yeah.
I was talking to the camera, playing to the camera, saying that the magazine was so cold. But the camera that we were using at the time, not a very high quality camera.
This guy?
It wasn't. It may have been this guy. This is actually the original GITV camera. It's a little flip video camera. It's not even HD video camera. We filmed it at 640 by 480 back in the day, standard def. But that may have been the camera I was using at the time, so you can't really see the precipitation like I was seeing. But another thing that made these bloopers really funny is that Chris was taking the pictures of the gun, and I said to Chris, like, you're the very first person to touch the KWA MP7. What do you think of it? And he's like, it's small and it gets the job done. And I said, kind of like your P90. And he wasn't too happy how I cut that and put it into the video because I stopped right after the P.
Yeah, he took that pretty hard.
He did, so I gave him a web redemption after the video after that, mostly to kind of explain what happened.
Number 4.
I like that gun too. Yeah, it was a great subject for the number 4 video. Of course, the gear that your gear could look like, where we featured the KWA MP9 and MP9R. Pretty self-explanatory video. We actually won a plate for this one.
Yes.
The popular Airsoft guys put on a Player's Choice Awards where people got to vote for their favorite Airsoft video posted online, and that won for the inaugural is the first one, right? Yeah, the inaugural Player's Choice Awards.
It was actually pretty cool because I found out Brandon did a damn good job of having the Old Spice like whistle run on.
I thought when we were making it, he did a. I thought it was spot on. If
that doesn't do it justice.
Well, yeah, Brandon did a much better job, but I thought the whistle worked really well, and then in the comments,
it just got tore up. Yeah,
everyone was like, "Oh, the whistle's really gay." I probably should have pulled the sound splice offline, but I think Brandon did a good job, so that's why I kept it. But yeah, the MP9 video and the subsequent Neato intro that we filmed for that was a big like milestone in GITV, I think, because it was the first video we won an award for. It was kind of cool.
Yeah, we got a plate.
We got 2 that year, actually.
We got 2 plates.
Yeah.
Number 3.
Alright, coming in at number 3 is one of my personal favorites. Pretty much every time we do one of these countdowns, I always look back to the Echo 1 MTC video. It was the first video review where I had to be in front of the camera. And I didn't want to do this.
No, you did not.
I didn't. If you look at the other videos on GITV, it's always me filming, somebody else talking about the guns, whether it be Vince or Diego or whomever. But that particular day, we got the MTC, and it was a brand new gun at the time, back in 2009, and nobody was available to film the review, so I had to do it myself. This is actually the version 2 MTC that's currently available. The one we reviewed years ago is the version 1. Pretty neat gun, had a lot of neat features on it, so I tried my best to explain it. And the comments, everyone seemed really receptive to the video, and also to the fact that my jacket was more expensive than the gun, and it was kind of distracting a little bit from the video. But overall, I think that's what kind of sparked, you know, the GITV, the conversation aspect of GITV, and that's what really kind of kicked it off.
I think it is funny though that you are actually a fashionista. I mean, you basically got that jacket so that no one else would have it. It was so expensive, you just want to differentiate yourself from the crowd.
The problem was that so many other companies started making replicas of it.
So then you had to get a new expensive jacket.
I got a new jacket, and I'm not telling anybody who makes it, because then I'm going to start seeing replicas of all that, and I can't wear that anymore, so.
You're a gear whore.
Yes, yes. I would prefer tactical hipster, Bob. I think is
Oh
the
my god,
official
that's
term.
almost worse. Okay, okay, whatever, man.
Whatever, Bob.
Yeah.
Number 2.
All right, number 2. This is actually one of my favorite scenes from when we went to Operation Arena. It was actually the first event I ever went to for and with Airsoft GI. Bought a ticket all the way across country. This is actually me poning a bunch of Rangers trying to cross the street. I believe me and this other fellow got the entire squad. And right after this actually is Tim...
You were actually, I want to talk about this scene real quick, because you were really enthusiastic, because you saw the camera girl for the Operation Lion Claw suit, and you were like, Rangers! You were really yelling out, you were firing. Like, you made sure that she was looking at
I was
you.
trying to put on a good show.
Did you actually see yourself in the Irene DVD? Did you take a look at that?
You know, the thing is, I was sure we weren't in there because we never gave John Luke the footage of that.
We didn't?
No, I asked you if we
Well,
should.
she took footage of you, so...
Oh, I didn't think about that.
Anyway, I had a great time at Irene. That was really the first time that I had been outside of California to play Airsoft, and Airsoft is really different outside of California. It's really hard to describe if you've never played in different areas of the country, different areas of the state, but Operation Irene was a great experience. I actually shot Mad Max Mullen in the ear at Irene, and that was my first Operation Lion Claw Milsim VIP kill. And it's kind of funny because if you see right there where I jump through the window and I start firing at him, all I can see is his head, really.
Yeah.
Because he's behind the wall. And what I'm doing, I'm firing a full auto, and my gun is not firing.
Yeah, just
and
one
so,
every third. Yeah.
No, like no BBs are coming out at all. And so I'm about to let off the trigger. So right as I let off the trigger, one BB exits my barrel, and that's the one that tags him right in the ear.
Wow.
And so it was very fortunate that my gun started working right there, because I was about to let off the trigger. Who knows what would have happened? They probably would have advanced on us. And
Yeah. I remember seeing like the video, and just after you shot at him with that one BB, it sort of big slam, and I think that was him hitting the wall.
It could have been. There were a lot of thunder bees going off. There were a
That's
lot of
true.
rockets going off. So it could be pretty easy to mistake some of the sounds. But another really great aspect of Irene is the night game with all the explosions and stuff like that.
Yeah, and once again, I keep having to remind you, you're very lucky that I stayed there and you guys went back to rest, rearm, and whatever.
We were there at the night game, Bob.
I was there in the night game too, but we wouldn't have any of the cool footage if I hadn't snuck into the event organizer area with a little bit of help from unnamed sources. Don't mention
Yeah.
them.
I won't. But Bob got some help getting to an area of the field he wasn't supposed to get at, which essentially was on top of the roof.
I got to see everything, all the explosions.
You got to see everything. While I was on the ground getting shot at, Bob was up there
We
with
had-
an unlimited supply of ammo and
Yes,
everything.
we had a spotlight and an airsoft flamethrower, so everyone
Just
come
like
through
a
the
hose
train
of
yard.
BBs, just like
Oh, no one got through the train yard. That was amazing.
Another great part of Irene is you getting shot in the dingleberry.
Yeah, no. I did not get shot in the dingleberry, because if someone knows what a dingleberry is, it's misleading. I was triple tapped in the tip of the groin.
Yes.
Triple tapped.
Yes.
So, yeah, Tim decided to take that time to interview me.
Well, because I was already dead. Because what happened was Bob and I decided to advance up the middle road and then cut left into some complex where a couple of buildings were. And I think in our mind's eye we envisioned just going in there, wrecking stuff, and it didn't exactly happen.
I shot some people. Tim...
You shot some people, but I got hit.
Immediately.
Immediately. And if you look at the footage, actually, I would have liked to have captured Bob running in and wrecking stuff up, but what happened was I had sprained my ankle a couple weeks before, and so I was hobbling so much that I couldn't use my perspective. So you see Bob's perspective. Fortunately, he gets in, I get shot, he shoots a few more people, but you paid a pretty hefty price for that one.
Yeah, I'm glad there was all that playground equipment right there, because it was nice to be able to sit down.
Oh yeah,
just
definitely. It
work
was
on
like,
my dignity.
it's as if it was meant for you, Bob.
Yeah. That was fun.
Irene was a great time.
Yeah. Also, just in another like side thing, I was really happy that the rest of the GI staff, like Brandon and Jason, were there.
Mhm.
Jason was very funny after the game when he tried on some of my Modern Warfare 2 Night Vision
Yeah.
Collector's Edition. Apparently, there's no depth perception.
No depth perception. Yeah, Irene was a great experience for all of us, I think. I mean, it was like, we're going there to play Airsoft, but you also get a lot of the camaraderie from the other players and stuff like that. So we had a great time on the field and back at the hotel.
That's kind of how I got my job here, isn't it?
Kind of, yeah. I mean, it was really, I mean, you were there while I was kind of commentating, you know, keeping people up to date as to what was going on in Irene. And so Walter comes up to me and says, hey, Bob's really comfortable in front of the camera. I go, yeah, he's an actor. Obviously, he's got a lot of experience. So why don't we bring him in? And you were coming by anyway because you were giving us a
thank you card.
thank you card. So
Yeah.
it just kind of worked out.
Mhm.
Good show.
Good times.
Number 1.
Woo! we are here at number 1, finally. This video I have mixed feelings about.
Well, I'm a big fan of this, but I can tell you, well, our GITV audience, that this video was such a headache for Tim, because you basically were one of the producers on this, or at least you were a producer, right?
I was producing it. I mean, it was most of the work. I'm not going to take all the credit. Most of the work was Eric Rowe and Adrian Cardi. But I still had to work out a lot of logistics from them. I mean, this video aired, I think we released it in November. Yeah. But Adrian and I started talking about this thing originally, I think in September. And then October rolls around. I mean, we were thinking of doing something festive for Halloween. The original idea was to do a bunch of short action videos, and then Adrian came at me with one big one, not really knowing the scope of how big he was thinking. And so he got Eric Rowe on board. Those two guys worked really hard, worked a lot of hours to produce all of the stuff that happened. But yeah, just a lot of phone calls back and forth. This thing was a very, very big project. And it wouldn't have been so bad if it wasn't going to rain on Sunday. Yeah,
that definitely was a lot harder having to compress what was 3 days of shooting into 2 days. It was basically 2 16 to 20 hour days back to back.
Yeah. And it was 20 hours because of daylight savings time gave us an extra hour.
Oh yeah, I was wondering why that was. I was like, I feel like I've been here for longer.
No, it was a long weekend. It was supposed to be filmed Friday, Saturday, Sunday. It was going to rain on Sunday, so we crammed everything into Friday and Saturday. And man, that was a lot.
There were a lot of last minute things that went down that saved our asses collectively. Like, I had the Master Chief gun borrowed from a nice fellow who's not an airsoft guy, but we didn't have Master Chief, so they went out to...
We didn't have Master Chief until the day of the film. Yeah, so that was a really close call. A lot of the other guys, like the Scorpion and stuff, they all came like that day because Eric Rowe was able to go to some Comic-Con event or something.
Yeah, they went to Comic-Con in downtown LA and saw Master Chief, like, hey, we need to put you in a video, come with us.
Yeah, so a lot of crazy stuff put together.
By the way.
A lot of crazy stuff for that video. I couldn't believe, I mean, they did a casting for the Left 4 Dead characters, and they kind of put Francis's.
That's what professional casting is all about. They got him to look just like it. Lewis looked very similar. Is it Zoe?
Zoe, yeah.
Zoe looked pretty similar.
Unfortunately, we couldn't get Bill, but it kind of worked out with...
We just killed him right in the
beginning. Yeah, we were actually talking about if we had Bill, we wouldn't have had enough time to cover everything.
No.
Because it would have been a whole new character. You have to add so many more shots for that. So the whole thing really ended up coming together because of the hard work of everybody involved. So that was a great video, and obviously it was well received by the GITV audience. Our only video to have 1 million+ views, which we're really excited about. So that's why that is number 1. What's that? 1 million.
1 million.
Airsoft GITV would like to thank Condor Outdoor, Elite Force, Contour Camera, Aries by Z-Shot, G-Code Holsters, and Vism by NC Star.
Alright, and those are 10 of our best viewer-selected videos. We've had a great time here at Airsoft GITV, and I know Tim and I are both looking forward to 2012, Year of the Apocalypse, because we're going to have some great action videos, some cool new gun reviews coming out, and just one heck of a good time generally.
If we're still here, of course.
Ooh, for the best, yes. I'm Bob the Axeman Hildebrand, and some call him...
Tim.
Thanks for watching GITV.